Okay, am I live? I'm live. I think I'm live. Now let me see. Oh, it won't let me do that. Trying to fix the volume and make sure it's charging. It's charging. Hello. I want to see if I have power mode plugged in, better performance. I want to see if I have the volume on. And oh, there's that. Because this Wi-Fi signal isn't great and I'm freaking out. But as long as it keeps going. Okay, this is the audio's up. Okay. So here's the thing. Here I am. I'm back again. And we got the snow. I should post a video of all the snow that we got. Probably about 3 inches. Yeah, about 3 inches. It was mostly at night, but there's still some pretty flakes coming down. And as predicted, I mean, I wasn't fully confident, but I figured they would cancel the matinee at work. And let's see, keep going. Cancel the matinee because the older crowd comes in. See what the matinee is. The weekday matinee is a lot of the older crowd, and they bust them in. And let me tell you something. You do not want to get in their way when they're trying to get to the buffet. No, no, no. And they line up. They don't wait. They have to line up and get to the food as fast as possible. And so they're serious. So to cancel it, that means that a whole bunch of people were disappointed today. But anyway, it's kind of funny. I like working the matinee. When I was in, I think it was probably the summer. I might have been in junior high. It was either junior high or high school, but pretty young. I was still pretty, like 13-ish, 14, 15. And so my mother had me work at the American Legion on our little main street in town, little small town that I grew, like Mayberry. And that summer I worked in the morning till the afternoon to help prepare food for the American Legion. And it was kind of like the old folks home that would come in, lots of men, lots of veterans, things like that. I'd be in the kitchen and I would help set all the tables and pour the water. This job is really, I do seating, so I'm a greeter, and then I do a lot of that type of thing and just generally help keep things together as a team. But yeah, lots of the older crowd come as you're a silver, golden crowd, whatever. I'm rambling. I'm really on here today because I'm testing. Now, what I did was I thought, if I can't get Wi-Fi yet, what about what? Because I remember seeing maybe on my phone plan, if I got a little bit up on my hotspot data, high speed data, because I always have hotspot left over, but it's the data, the actual internet data, whatever, the cell data that always runs out fast. So I was like, what if I up that, just my plan, just a little bit? Instead of trying to get Wi-Fi right now, I just up that, and I could still use my hotspot for whatever, movies, internet, writing, but also maybe it would help streaming. And I'm seeing right now that it says I have 1 bar, but it's not cutting me off. So I think I'm okay. I think my plan is working because I now have high-speed internet. So I don't know. I thought maybe it was the signal, but maybe it was the speed that was bumping me off all the time. Here I am. I'll just talk about some news things right now. I wanted to say that I, after all that rambling, okay. I can't think because I feel like I'm getting another cavity, and I think it's from that cavity I had. And I'm so disappointed because I brush my teeth like crazy, and I feel like, I'm gonna have to make an appointment, and I don't have thousands of dollars. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little shocked right now over that. Damn it, stupid teeth. I feel like that cavity I had probably got this one. And I asked them about that when I was there. I was like, can it infect the other tooth? And they're like, not likely, but I think it did. And so now I'm going to have to go get this one fixed. And like I said, I don't have thousands of dollars to do that. Stupid teeth. It's the one thing I would say that God or whoever created us over evolution, The teeth were like the worst. And you think that would actually be the first thing that we would take care of would be our teeth. And any healthcare plan, we would have teeth in there, um, government healthcare, what have you, but it's not. It's like the last thing anyone ever wants to deal with. And I've never had cavities until recently. And I feel like this is all probably a lot of stress and I don't know. Yeah, stress. So I'm disappointed. I brush my teeth all the time. So I'm just like, damn it. I really think it was from that other tooth that I had. Hi, Fatima. I'm here, and I'm glad you're here. Good afternoon, or morning, or late after, whatever time it is for you. It's about 1. No, it's about 2. Let me see, what time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock here in the Midwest. So we got our snow. We got 3 inches of snow. I was all set to go clean my car and shovel the driveway, and I saw that they canceled today. So I was like, yes, I don't have to do that. So I'm just sitting at home trying to get things done. And talk about politics. I just saw, before I came on here, I just saw that another plane crashed, this time a military plane. It's weird because I was literally half an hour ago, I was looking up, didn't a plane crash recently again, like this morning, and it was overseas? I don't know. But I don't know if that was a dream that I had, because it seems like I saw it this morning, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I dreamt it, because now I can't find it. But a military plane has crashed, and it's really so stupid because you can tell this is all related. This is all related to 45 screwing up the FAA just because he doesn't want DEI. See, DEI now stands for DIE because people are dying. Yeah, the plane crash was today, but there was something different, and maybe I dreamed it. It was a passenger plane that I heard about, and it said like 56 people perished. Maybe it was in a different country. I don't know. So maybe that was a dream. But this one, yes, you're right. This one just happened. It was military. The pilots ejected and were saved at the harbor. I don't know if it was on the West Coast. You know, some people would say, oh, this is all, they're just targeting certain people. I don't think so. I think it's negligence. I think it's negligence from what? Yeah, dude, what? A plane crashed. Another plane crashed. I can't find it because the social media I was on just updated. Look, I'll look up Midas Touch because it was just there. It was just there. Okay, Midas Touch. They just reported it. And my nose is very stuffy today. I should have taken a come on. Midas Touch channels, profiles. Where are they? How many Midas Touch is that? What? Isn't there only one? How come there's all these profiles? That's crazy. Well, okay, maybe if I just look on the news. Let me look up news, although we don't get regular news anymore. Let me see. Midas plane crash. I'll look up plane crash. Breaking news. Rescue crews respond to military plane crash into San Diego Bay. See, it was the West Coast. Military plane crashes in San Diego Bay. So, what's that, like 6? The 6th one? Okay, it's crazy. So anyway, I heard there would be a lot of plane crashes because of and it is. You know, I have to say it's awful. I'm glad these guys survived. The plane crash that happened with the helicopter, that first one, and the skating team, that's haunted me. That was really sad to see that entire, and that happened in 1961 under different circumstances. But yes, I would say this is definitely negligence from 45. And you just don't do things like that. You know, with Leland going in there and saying, we're cutting all of these things. We're saving money. Well, there's a price to saving money sometimes, and that can be human life. And you know what's going to happen? People aren't going to want to fly. and that could destroy the flight industry if this keeps up. No one's going to want to be in an airplane if there's a crash every day or every other day. That's, people are scared enough as it is to fly, and now and look, they're not going to have any insurance. There's nobody's going to be accountable for it because he just writes an executive order. So it happens and his hands are washed clean. Something has to be done. These things have to be reinstated. The FAA has to be reinstated. We have to stop this stupid anti-DEI. It should be okay to fly. It should be okay to fly. In any other normal circumstance, I would say, yeah, flying is safer than driving a car. But now the odds have changed drastically. So I don't know, but it should be. They're going to have to do something. Okay. Yesterday they told 45 and Leland that they have to reinstate all these policies that they've changed, and with all his executive orders and all these things. They're going to have to fix this one as well. They're going to have to go in and reinstate it. Even if he doesn't want to, they're going to have to go overhead and change and reinstate the FAA and put the pilots and the safety measures back in place. And we have to stop this anti-DEI. Okay, here's the DEI. I keep saying it wrong. John F. Kennedy created DEI through the civil rights and the equal rights, his new era plan that he had. That was his brainchild. So can we not just respect that? He also created the Peace Corps, a lot of programs, and we need to just respect that those were good programs and keep them in place. So, and here's what I'll say about DEI, okay? I know that there's a feeling of, don't take competition away. I want to earn a job through competition. I want my school and my knowledge and my ability to get me a job and to keep my job. And I don't care what my skin color is. I don't care if I'm white. I don't care if I'm black. I don't care. Female, male, what have you. But here's the thing. We live in the world of the white boys club that have always gotten in and infiltrated. And, what's going to happen is they're going to take away education, so that it's going to spread to education. So then you won't even have qualifications. So if you're a female or you're African American or you're whatever ethnicity, religion, gender, they're going to go to the school and you're not even going to get the education. So then you won't even be qualified to compete with jobs and get a job. That's where it's heading. So DEI, as much as some people hate it and think that it's overreaching, it does have its it wouldn't be there if it wasn't needed. That's what I say. And just like, what's the other one that wouldn't be there if it wasn't needed? There's just certain things where, like Antifa. Antifa exists because there's fascism. DEI exists because there's racism. And we may not like it, but that's just the way it is. And we're seeing what happens when you get rid of it. It's not good. The last time I was on a plane was 1989. I think mine was probably very early 2000s, which that's a while back. But yeah, took a whole bunch of flights in one group and haven't done it again. I've been on planes, trains, and automobiles. I've been on buses. Never been on a boat. Isn't that ironic? As much as I love the whole Titanic thing, probably was a past life thing. I've never been on a boat in this lifetime. I can't even remember if I've been in a canoe, I think. That's about it. But yeah, 45 is going to have to change, and they're going to have to go over his head and put it back, reinstate everything. So, hey, I'm still on. I think my new internet's helping, but knock on wood. Knock on wood. Still here. What else? I would talk about, ask me questions. I'll answer questions. And I did try to give a little bit of heads up. I know Carl said that he didn't get a notification. I tried. So hopefully he will show up. And ready? Okay. The meeting, so after we had our live yesterday, I saw clips of that meeting with Leland and his son and 45 in the Oval Office. And I don't know, that looks so bad. It reminded me of when 45 had Kanye in the Oval Office and Kanye was spouting out a whole bunch of really crazy things. And then that was like the first step for Kanye's whole career to fall in. And it's just gone downhill after that over all the stuff he's done. But that's what it felt like. But what it also felt like was that 45 was Leland's second son and was just sitting there at a kid's table at Thanksgiving dinner and had nothing to say. And he seemed drugged. He seemed bored. And Leland seemed really drugged and hyper tweaking and and literally said, "Oh, I lie. So don't ever call me out on anything because I'm just going to lie." And it's like, okay, thanks for admitting it. Thanks for admitting. His whole thing about he's fixed Social Security and he found billions of dollars of waste. Where's the evidence? There is no evidence. It's just, hello, Odila. Hello. hello. Yeah, Leland Lusk, you know who I'm talking about, the Starboy. He just lies, and so does 45. And we're just supposed to sit there, like the whole thing about, pardon the word, but they were saying that we spent millions of dollars for condoms for Ukraine or for Gaza. Or it was for Gaza. And they called him out today on it. And he actually said, yeah, that was a lie. I made that up. That was a lie. You know, we can't, unless we have actual proof, I wouldn't believe anything that Leland Starboy says. And also, he shouldn't even be doing what he's doing. I equate everything that Leland has been doing to our money to someone reaching in your purse and saying, "What's this $10 for? You're not using it, are you? What were you going to use it for? Oh, that's stupid. I'll take it." That's really what he's doing. He's going in there and saying, "I found all this money and I found all everybody's social security numbers and all their information. And I have everything." And now he can do whatever he wants. He can bribe people. He can screw up people's credit. He can screw up their lives. He can take away their entire identities. He can blackmail people just by threatening to take away their entire identities. This is horrible and it's criminal. And there's no way around it. It's extremely criminal what Starboy is doing, and there's no way to excuse it away. He's not helping us. He's hurting us, and it's very unconstitutional. I feel like other countries are looking at us and saying, why are they allowing this to happen? And honestly, as an American citizen, all I can say is, what? We don't know. We don't know. We've had marches. We've yelled. We've called. And we've begged our people in office to do something about it. And it's almost like everyone's in a stupor. I don't know. I don't know what else we're supposed to do. I've said they should send in a SWAT team. They could have done that to the Oval Office and said, "You're under arrest for stealing everyone's identity and money." It's very frustrating. I'll take any questions, and also hello. Hope you're having a beautiful day. It's very cold here. Lots of snow. And I haven't been kicked off yet, so my internet is working. Yes, this is good. This is great. I'm so happy about that. Okay, what else? Let's see. Next thing is, let's see. Next thing. Well, let me look at the news. I think that helps. Sometimes if I look at the news, I'll get a topic and I go, "Oh yes, that's what I was going to talk about." So I actually do think that they're going to get Leland. And okay, his son, Leland's son, Starboy's son. Starboy was standing by the Resolute desk and whispering weird things to 45, like, "I hope that you shut your mouth," or "I want you to shush your mouth. I want you to leave." And it's almost like things that Starman has said to him. It's really weird. The whole thing is very strange. Um, so if the Democrats and the Constitution doesn't get rid of Leland, I think 45 is going to have enough of it and get rid of him. But maybe both of them could go to jail and be impeached. I don't know. Okay, what's the other thing? It was really weird. It was incredibly strange. There's so much going on. Jet has crashed. Here's something. A report that Taylor Swift has turned Republican. This is that type of fake news that's going to come out now that's from loyalists in the media, and they're going to you're going to hear news like that. Another one was that Leland was in France, and there's a warrant out for his arrest in France, and he wasn't. He was heading into the Oval Office yesterday, so that was planted in the media. So yeah, it's weird. We don't even know what the real news is anymore here in America. We have no idea. Yeah. Anything else? Any questions? I can do personal questions. I can do political. I can do personal. So I get my cards together. By the way, I've been watching Mad Men lately. If you don't know what Mad Men is, it was about ad men and a woman in New York in like the early 1960s through the 1960s. And that whole Manhattan scene. And I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, wow, every detail is so perfect for that era. They did such a good job. But I don't think that I thought too much about the meaning of the show. And now that we have all this sexism going on, it's really interesting to watch because the show really is about how dysfunctional we were as a society, where women were objects to look at. And I mean, we still are. That's probably never going to change in humanity, but women really were objects for men to look at and admire and really not take as full human beings. But the men had all this power, right? But they were also very unhappy. And you see that with Don Draper, he is an alcoholic. He has issues from his childhood, so that is carried into his life. He's a serial cheater. His health is bad. There's just so many things in the show where you see it's just so dysfunctional. And instead of getting therapy or evolving from all of that, they're just stuck in it. And that's the thing. We've evolved from that. We've evolved. And trying to revert back to that type of society, it's strange, isn't it? That nobody wants to recognize the fact that we evolved out of that. Like Leland saying everybody needs to work all these exorbitant hours during the week. Well, he forgets about the heart disease and how men would die at the age of 50 because of that, and the stress and the smoking and the what else? It's just so dysfunctional. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a good show. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. What else? I don't know. Civil rights. You're never going to get rid of civil rights. You're never going to get rid of women wanting to be, it's just like this whole thing with MAGA right now is just a whole attempt to just ignore reality and go into a dark corner and just pretend that everything is perfect. And it's not perfect. It's not at all. So is everyone having a beautiful day? Did you get your snow too? I'll look at more topics. So I do think Leland's going to be investigated, and my thing is, how is he getting into these buildings? How is he going from building to building without someone literally grabbing him and saying, "You come with me"? How is he just going from building to building and infiltrating the computer systems. It's Watergate. What he's doing is way worse than Watergate. It's a million times worse. Snow started to fall. That's nice. How much did you get? Oh, so you mean it just started to fall? Oh, I see. Yeah, we still have a little bit. Yeah, it's still snowing out there. It's pretty. I'm ready for spring though. This is that time of year when I think about plants and flowers. And my mother used to get every year, right around this time of year, in the mail, she would get a Burpee catalog and she would start to map out her garden for the springtime. And I would look through it as a teenager. I would look through it and I would just dream of baby's breath and blue hearts and all these little beautiful romantic plants that I would put in my own little garden. I don't know how much we are going to get. They said 10 to 15. Okay. Well, it's the year where it just kept snowing. As soon as the snow melts, it just came right back. And let me see. If I look at the forecast, I think we have snow the rest of the week too. So let's see. So okay, Fatima and Odila, you live in Canada, right? I think you live in Canada. I heard that Schitt's Creek is going to have. They might make it. Are you guys? Have you heard of that? Because that's one of my favorite shows, is Schitt's Creek. Okay, we get snow Saturday and next Tuesday. God, it was like 50 degrees last week. I can't believe it. Yes, in Toronto, Canada. Okay. Well, it is winter. And happy Valentine's Day. It's coming up. I'm going to make a cake just for fun. So, what is Valentine's Day? It's Friday. I think it's Friday. Let me see. February. No, it's Saturday. Oh, wait. No, it's Friday. It's Friday. So, I always remember that February, Valentine's Day is always cold and snowy. It's like the worst that it could possibly be. And then it starts to change after that and get better. It's also Friday. Okay, thank you, Friday. Yep, it's Friday. Okay, let's talk about Valentine's Day. So, you know how growing up we would have to. There was a time when maybe. Oh wait, let me see. One snowflake hit my eyeball so bad that I wanted to push it. Have you ever looked? Have you ever worn like a black shirt and a snowflake you let one fall on and you just watch it and it's so beautiful? Like little perfect snowflakes. Okay, so Valentine's Day. We would make handmade Valentines sometimes. Actually, it would be the box. We would do a box. And we'd make our own little Valentine's box with construction paper and glitter and glue and things like that. And then we would buy, sometimes we'd make our own, like cutting out actual hearts and writing on there, "Will you be my Valentine?" But I think most of the time we would buy them. Like I would probably I remember Charlie Brown. I had Charlie Brown Valentines. What else? Maybe Garfield. That's my era. Charlie Brown and Garfield. They are beautiful. I love snowflakes, but they can hurt. They can hurt when they fall in your eye. But yeah, they're so pretty. They're like little crystals, you know? Okay, so, and then we would go to class and I don't remember if we ever got to do the thing where you only give Valentines to the person you want to give them to, or if we had to do it for the entire class. It's possible that, because you remember Charlie Brown, the Charlie Brown Valentine's Day cartoon, where they didn't, only like one person gave him a Valentine, which is so rude. Poor Charlie Brown. I always identified with him. Actually, I identified with Peppermint Patty because growing up, I had that. I had the hair and the freckles. And my friend was smart with glasses, and I always felt like I resembled Peppermint Patty a lot. But I also identified with Charlie Brown. Okay, so Valentine's. You guys tell me about your Valentine's Day. So we had lollipop. You remember the lollipops that had the word that was printed? So it was like embossed on the heart shaped lollipop, and then it had the plastic, but it would say like "I love you," or it would be like candy hearts, but it would be a lollipop. We also had the candy hearts, Hershey's Kisses, and what else? That's probably about it. And then we would, so somebody might get the lollipops if they had money in their family. I don't think we ever had enough to do that. And they would tape it to the Valentine, so you'd open it up and there'd be a lollipop. And what else? We always had the party at school. When my kids were little, they had a party at school every year, and I had to go to those, and that was fun. But it's a lot of parties. So, just Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's, all that stuff. Anyway. Then I would just go to Walmart, and I would go and I'd get them a stuffed animal each and a Valentine and some candy. And that was like my tradition when they were little. That was fun. Those are the days. What else? Keep talking amongst yourself. Yeah, I came on today just to talk, and I could answer questions if you have any, and to test my internet. And so far, I'm good. It has not bumped me off. This is amazing. Okay, so a federal judge appointed by President Bush has ordered that the Trump administration to restore public health websites. Well, that was like yesterday. Okay. What's this one? Just read something. Oh, Paul McCartney did another surprise concert in New York. He did one last night. It sold out in 5 minutes. He did another. He sold tickets again this morning. Sold out again instantly. So that's fun. He's doing that. This whole thing with 45, I said that Spirit told me, hi, Hugger. Hi, Hugger. True to your name. Hugs. Hello. Hugs to you too. Nice. Nice to see you. What does it say about 45? Okay, 45. That they are doing the big battles with him. It's not our job to fix everything and make him be a person that we want him to be. It's their job. And our job is to do like the Care Bear thing and to unite and send out pink energy and just try to contain his energy and to spread love into the world. And that means we probably shouldn't talk to MAGA all the time, trying to fix them either, because there's no way. I think when their Social Security gets hit, that's when they're going to start to get upset. I really do. That and the veterans. See, the thing is, they're not seeing things clearly. They're seeing things in a very slanted viewpoint, and because they've been shamboozled. But when they see their Social Security has been messed with, and they don't get and I pray that they do get their checks. I pray that nobody loses their money. But I really think that's when people are going to wake up. And so it's not our job to tell MAGA what's going on. They're going to have to feel it. And it's not our job to fix 45. That's the Spirit's going to do that. That's their battle. That's a battle. I feel like Leland is going to be held accountable. Neither of them can leave the country because they both have arrest warrants everywhere. They have, and now, okay, let me say this. So here's the thing. 45's doing all this stuff and he's getting by with it, sort of, but not really, because the legal system is holding him accountable and it's fighting back, which is what it's supposed to do. So thank God we're seeing that. But it's his things like what he's doing to Gaza and the Palestinians that are so awful, so like backstabbing. That's That's really what's going to be his downfall, truly. Um, you're welcome, hugger, greeter. Yeah, big hugs. And happy Valentine's Day early. And it's 1:11 here. No, it's not. See, I can't figure out how to fix the time, but it says 1:11, so that counts. I saw Valentine's heart at Walmart with its arms stretched out. Let me see up here. When you squeeze its belly, it makes. That's cute. I haven't been to Walmart in a while. I need to go just for stuff like that. But I used to like to go to Walmart. I would go there before the pandemic. I feel like it was different. We didn't have all the self checkouts everywhere, and it didn't feel like a ghost town when you walked in. Now it just feels weird. But I used to go in there, and I could go. Let's say I dropped my kids off at school at 8:20 in the morning, and then I could go to Walmart and nobody was in there, but it was nice. It was nice. The store was clean, everything was good, and I could get whatever. I miss Walmart. I miss what Walmart used to be. It's not like that anymore. But we have Walmart markets, which are like little grocery stores, and I actually really like those. There's not one close to me, so I don't go very often. I go to Aldi. That's where I go. And I like Aldi because they're cheaper. And the food is actually really good because it's based on from Germany. So like the chocolate and the pastries are actually really good. I love Aldi. And then, as we all know, Aldi has a mystery aisle, and you never know what you're going to find. Never, never, never. You could find a new pair of shoes. I call it the manifest aisle because you can say, okay, I need a new pair of shoes, and I want this item, and then you'll go in there, and sometimes you've manifested in the mystery aisle. There's a random item. Like, what did I get? I got new shoes. I don't know. I wish our Aldi was more like the Aldis in Europe because theirs are really nice. So, but Aldi's my favorite store. And because I live in Kansas, we can't get alcohol in the grocery store. However, you can sell beer, and it has German beer. And I tell you what, it's actually really good. The German beer in Aldi is actually quite decent, but they don't have wine and things like that. It's a bummer. Let's see what else. What's going on in the world? More things, more topics. Glad everyone's here. What do we got going on here? We have okay, we have okay, someone said they received their Social Security payment. So I think that a lot of what happened with Leland, he infiltrated everything, but I don't think he was able to do, or maybe I don't know. I'm glad that I'm glad that people are getting their money. Thank goodness. A 25-year-old associate of Elon Musk and former Treasury Department employee was mistakenly given the ability to make changes to a sensitive federal payment system. Officials mistakenly given ability to edit. What does that mean? Let's read that. I don't know. Manipulated would be the better word, probably. Kennedy Center. The Kennedy Center Board of Trustees voted to install Trump as chairman of the board. That's so stupid. Why would they do that? Oh, that's something I want to talk about. So, 45, and the way that people are just doing whatever he wants. Like the Kennedy Center should say to him, oh, go stuff it. You're not going to take over our board. You're not going to push your way in just because you don't like some play we had, or because maybe we dissed you in some play or something. You're not going to do that. You're going to leave us alone, and we're going to continue on as we've always been. And the same thing with the media, the way that they're bending toward 45 and not standing up to him. Like, why doesn't anyone stand up to him? It doesn't make sense. Well, I looked up the Emperor's New Clothes, which I've talked about before with 45, the Emperor's New Clothes. And what is the meaning of? A situation in which most people praise or seem to believe something that is false or has no value because they're afraid to go against the general opinion. What is the moral of the story? It is best to trust oneself and be honest, speak up for the truth and what is right. Without honesty, people often end up looking very foolish. See, I feel like that's everybody's telling him, "Oh, your clothes look great. Oh, you're the king," and really, he's just being led along. And look at him. Look how 45 has that dark. It's gone to dark orange. It's almost like a burnt color on his face. He's wearing a mask, and nobody's telling him, "Dude, that looks horrible. you look awful." I think that's a really great example of how, just on a base level, no one is standing up to 45. And are they afraid, or do they just not have any moral standing? Like, what's going on here? The story may be explained by pluralistic ignorance or collective illusions. In the story, townspeople pretend to see the emperor's non-existent outfit to fit in. Everyone is ignorant to whether the emperor has clothes or not, but believes that everyone else is not ignorant. Let me see. What does that mean? Everyone is ignorant to whether the emperor has no clothes or not. Yeah. So, like, let's say you tell Maga, these horrible things are happening. And Maga goes, what things? They're not seeing properly. They're completely in a fog. Is the Emperor's New Clothes a parable? It transcends politics and gets to the heart of a value and virtue that must be central to all we do and all we teach, the truth. The truth is 45 is a criminal and he shouldn't be in the White House. He's a narcissist and he shouldn't be there. Even if he wants to be, he shouldn't be there. And I don't think he even wants to be. Yeah, he's the emperor with no clothes. Isn't that weird? I thought it was the emperor with no clothes, but it's called the Emperor's New Clothes. That's almost like a Mandela type of thing. So that's that. Anything else? My friends, what else is going on? I don't even know. I can't really even read the news. To be honest, I haven't read the news. I read on Threads, and YouTube, but I don't trust the news anymore. And it's also very depressing. So, well, that's about that for the world right now. Here's what I'll do. Let's do a reading on 45. Let's do that. I really don't like to talk about him all the time. I can't look at him. It's just very unsettling. Ever since the election, I haven't been able to look at him, hear his voice. There's just something so unsettling about what he did and how he got what he wanted. And we all know that he's not supposed to be there. It's really unsettling. See, there's a victory. He feels like he's victorious. But one thing that always gets me about this card, the Six of Rods, is that the horse is side-eyeing him. Like everybody else. See, the Emperor's New Clothes. Everybody else may think that you're great, but I know the truth. I know your secrets. And it's the Emperor's New Clothes. That's really what that is. Isn't that interesting that would come out? Happy family. Well, that's good. 10 of Cups. Let me look at that card case. So what does that mean? what I'm hearing from Spirit is keep happiness in your home. Don't let what's going on affect your home. It may be rough out there. Again, the news, everything that, because a lot of what 45 is doing and Starman is to upset us. That's really what it is. It's a narcissistic trick to always sort of emotionally, mentally mess with people and victimize people and keep you in a state of fear and panic. But don't let it get into your house. Find that place where you feel joy. And that's what I talked about yesterday. Keep your heart open. Find moments of peace and have hope. See, he's not getting the Nine of Cups in reverse. You see how in upright, he's very resolute. I don't know what you say. He's sort of stubborn. And he's like, I get everything I want. I got all these cups and all these are mine. But upside down is, again, like the Emperor's New Clothes. He doesn't really have everything he thinks he has. And all of those cups could fall over at any time. And they probably will. And there's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of hidden. See, there's a spy. Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. There's something that's going to happen. Even if it's these look at all the plane crashes. You know how Maga's like, oh, a couple of plane crashes, that has nothing to do with 45. And now it's becoming like, yeah, I think that it's pretty obvious that he screwed things up. And the egg prices are high. The inflation has gone up. And everything's screwed up. Everything is screwed up. And so I think there's a lot of bad news about his administration, that how badly he has screwed everything up. And there could be, because of tragedies, he can't just write executive orders and have it all go away. There's going to be some sort of bad news. And maybe it's about his health as well. So that's interesting. Anything else? What about this week? Yeah, there's and there's a message about money. Hopefully that's not for me. Get my energy out of here. No, about how he's handling the money and also things about children. Money, something about water. Oh, gosh. Oh, with Leland, because Leland's like some teenager running around in the Oval Office. Well, yeah. Okay. Anything else? What's going to happen to 45? How about this week? What's going on there? The Ace of Wands. So there's something new, and that would be April, March. Something coming out April, March. Something written coming out from like the hand of God. Yeah. Something's coming out. Maybe it's going to be impeachment. April, March. Message. The Hangman in reverse is moving forward. So moving forward. Things moving forward. So maybe that is like impeachment and yeah. Something overseas. Again, something with water. So let's do this. Let's ask, like, how is 45 feeling right now? How is he feeling about things? How did he feel about, that doesn't feel right. How did 45 feel about, he's not happy. Look at him. King of Swords in reverse. He's definitely not happy about it. He's starting to feel like things aren't going his way. That look on his face yesterday was pretty interesting. Here's the thing. That for him to share the Oval Office in that circumstance with the kid running around and Leland taking over and dominating the news, that 45 had to have made a deal. For him to put up with that, It's like he made a deal with the devil. That's really what it feels like. Okay, anything else? I wonder if there's another. And then I could do a collective reading for everyone. Is there anything you could tell us about 45 right now? Anything about 45? Current circumstances. Let your past go. That's interesting. Take off my glasses. The burden of carting your past around has made you weary. Dear one, it's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Wow. Is that like for 45? Is he going to leave the White House? Is he going to leave the White House? Interesting. That's interesting. Leave your past behind. Move forward. Wow. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. You are safe. See, I think we got this yesterday. And there's a dove. Remember I saw those doves yesterday? There's nothing to worry about. That's probably for us, to be honest. Everything's going to be okay. Have hope. Well, let's do a collective. I will do let's do these cards and see for the collective. Shield yourself. Yeah. Don't watch the news. Most of it's not true anyway. The only thing that I watch now is the weather. That's literally it. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. Shield yourself. Interesting. Okay. Anything else for for us? Earth Angel. Okay, Earth Angel. You are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. That's true. That's true for all of you here. Teach about love. And again, like I said, I'll answer questions. I guess Carl's not here. I haven't seen Jamie. Okay, for the collective. Why? New love soulmate. This is for somebody. This is for somebody. It, like I said, is Valentine's week, so interesting. Interesting. And okay, children. That's like yesterday too. Children. What? Blessings, divine timing. Interesting. Well, one thing I could say is send out love to the children in whose families are being torn apart right now. We're not hearing about that anymore. We're not getting stories about the immigration, them being rounded up and put in concentration camps. We're not hearing about it. And it's kind of unsettling, to be honest. We don't know what's going on with them. So it's very unsettling to me because I know it didn't just disappear. I know it's happening. So remember to pray for the children. Well, anything else? What are everyone's Valentine's Day plans? I have nothing planned. I think I actually don't work on Friday, which is strange, but I needed a break because I worked a lot last week. So I'm glad to have a break. I'm going to make the cake and my kids will be here. And because I share with their dad, we have shared custody. So, that'll be nice. Maybe I'll make pizza or something or like some stir fry and then we'll have a cake. And watch a movie. Thanks for being here, everybody. Stay warm. Well, that's about it. Hopefully it didn't freeze. It didn't freeze up, did it? Am I still here? It didn't ever cut me off. Yes. I'm so happy. So I'm going to, in 2 minutes, we'll do 2 minutes and I'll end the live. Like I said, this is just a test. I really gave most of my information yesterday about politics. So, and the main thing being hope. It's not, there was after the inauguration when I felt truly hopeless. And I was terrified and I was scared for my son because he was scared. And, but now we're seeing that our law, our Constitution is holding firm, and that's wonderful. Hot Mike catches Elon's son telling from it up and go away, which is rude. What do you expect? Like, isn't Barron has said, it's almost like karma, isn't it? Because 45, I don't know if you saw that video where Barron was saying horrible things to President Biden, and then really said something horrible to President Biden, and Biden got this look on his face like, oh my God, what? And then Barron turned around. Surfing the internet, I need to stop. I'll end it here. Blessings to everyone. If you have questions, you can leave it in the comments and I'll answer those. But it doesn't look good. And yeah, I'll end it because it's starting to cut off. You have a wonderful night. Thanks for being here. Take care. Bye, everybody.